This video is about complementary and supplementary angles to find a missing value. So remember, a complementary value is two angles whose measure is 90 degrees. A supplementary angle are two angles whose measure is 180 degrees. So find the measure of the angle, the complement, and the supplement. So whenever we're given an angle, to find the complement, we're going to subtract it from 90. So 90 minus 37 gets us a complement of 53. Supplement is 180 minus the angle, which is 37, and that gets us 143. So same thing when we have 59 degrees. To find the complement, 90 minus 59 is 31 degrees. 180 minus 59 degrees is 121 degrees. When our angle has a variable in it, it's the same thing, and then we're going to distribute and combine like terms. So to find the complement, it would be 90 minus parenthesis 2x plus 4. I need to distribute that negative in, so I get 90 minus 2x minus 4, and combine like terms. So 90 minus 4 is 86 minus 2x. When I do my supplement, it would be the same thing then. 180 minus parenthesis 2x plus 4. Distribute the negative, so we get 180 minus 2x minus 4. And when I combine like terms, I get 176 minus 2x. Pause the video and try the last problem. So for the last problem, you should have got that your complement was 99 minus 7x, and that your supplement was 189 minus 7x. Number 1 and 2, solve for x. So in number 1, we have this orange little box. That's telling us that the lines are perpendicular, which means that this is a right angle. And remember that right angles are 90 degrees. So to solve for x, we would add our two angles together, 5x minus 9 plus 6x plus 11 is equal to 90 degrees. And we're going to go through and solve for x. So first I want to combine like terms. 5x and 6x get us 11x. Negative 9 plus 11 gets us plus 2 equals 90. Then in order to solve for x, I want to subtract 2 from both sides. So 11x is equal to 88. Divide by 11, so x is 8. In number 2, the two angles form a straight angle, which is 180 degrees. So we would have 3x plus 4 plus 4x plus 1 is equal to 180 degrees. So when I combine like terms, 3 and 4 gets us 7x, and 4 plus 1 gets us plus 5 equals 180. To solve for x, we're going to subtract 5 from both sides, so 7x is equal to 175, and divide by 7, so x is 25. Use complements and supplements to solve the following problems. So number 3, angle A is 5x plus 7, and angle B is 6x plus 17 are complementary angles. Complementary angles mean that they're equal to 90 degrees. So I'm going to add these two angles together and set them equal to 90. So when I combine like terms, I get 11x plus 24 is equal to 90. In order to solve for x, we would subtract 24 from both sides. 11x equals 66. And divide by 11, so x is 6. Number 4, the ratio of two supplementary angles. Remember, supplementary is 180 degrees, is 3 to 9. Find the measure of the two angles. So remember, with ratios, the angles are not 3 and 9. They were reduced by a common factor. So I'm going to add an x to each of my ratios. So 3x plus 9x equals 180 degrees, because I'm still adding those two angles together. So I get 12x equals 180, and when I divide by 12, I get that x is 15. Then it says find the measure of the two angles. So we have to take 15 and multiply 3 times 15 to get 45 degrees, and 9 times 15 to get 135 degrees. For number 5 and 6, we need to know that these are word problems and we need to set them up the same. So anytime we see angle, we're going to represent angle with x. Anytime we see complement, we're going to represent that with 90 minus x. And anytime we see supplement, we're going to do 180 minus x. So in number 5, it says an angle is 10 degrees more than 3 times the measure of its complement. So look for the word is. This is going to help you divide your equation into a left and right side. Anything that comes before the equal sign is on the left-hand side. Anything that comes after is on the right-hand side. So an angle is represented by x. So x equals, and then we have 10 degrees more than 3 times the measure of its complement. So we're going to work backwards. The measure of its complement, that's 90 minus x. 3 times that, and then plus 10 for 10 more. So now I'm going to solve for x. So I'm going to distribute and combine like terms. So I have x equals 280 minus 3x. I'm going to add 3x to both sides. 4x equals 280 and divide by 4. So x is 70. So now I need to determine what my angle is, my complement, and my supplement is. So my angle, remember, is always equal to x. So the angle is 70 degrees. The complement is 90 minus the angle. So 90 minus 70 is 20 degrees. And the supplement is 180 minus the angle, which is 110 degrees. So let's look at one more example using the same idea. In number 6, we have the complement of an angle is 6 degrees less than 3 times the measure of the angle. So again, I want to find my word is to divide this sentence. So the complement is 90 minus x equals. Now we're going to work backwards on the right side. So measure of the angle is represented by x. 3 times that is 3x. And 6 degrees less than is minus 6. So now to solve for x, I'm going to get the x on one side. 90 equals 4x minus 6. I'm going to add 6 to both sides, so 96 equals 4x. And I'm going to divide by 4, so x is 24. Now that I have x is 24, I need to find my angle, my complement, and my supplement. So my angle is 24 degrees. My complement is 90 minus 24, which is 66 degrees. And my supplement is 180 minus 24, which is 156 degrees. The last problem, solve for x and y. So in my first equation, we have 3x plus 6y minus 7 plus 8x plus 4y is equal to 180 because these angles are forming a straight line, and straight angles have a measure of 180 degrees. The second picture has that little box, which means perpendicular line, so it's a right angle. So 3x plus 2y plus 5x plus y plus 1 equals 90 degrees. So I'm going to combine like terms. In the first equation, 3 and 8x gets us 11x. 6y and 4y gets us 10y, minus 7 equals 180. Now I know I'm going to have to do a system, and I have to have x and y by itself, so 7 is going to get added to the other side to become 11x plus 10y equals 187. In the second equation, when I combine like terms, 3x and 5x gets us 8x, 2y and y is 3y, plus 1 equals 90. So I'm going to subtract the 1 from both sides. I get 8x plus 3y equals 89. So in order to solve for x and y, I'm going to write my equations together. 11x plus 10y equals 187. 8x plus 3y equals 89. So in order to solve and eliminate one of my variables, I need to multiply my equations in order to cancel out a variable. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by 3 and the second equation by -10 in order to eliminate my y's. So when I multiply, remember, multiply all three things. So 33x plus 30y equals 187. Negative 80x minus 30y, oh, not 187, 187 times 3, 561. And then negative 10 times 89 is negative 890. So now my y's will cancel out because I have positive and negative 30. So I'm left with, when I add straight down, negative 47x is equal to negative 329. When I divide by 47, I get x is 7. Once I know x, I need to go back to one of my original equations and find the other variable. So 11 times 7 plus 10y equals 187. 77 plus 10y equals 187. Subtract 77 from both sides. 10y equals 110. And divide by 10. So y is 11. So I would have the ordered pair 7, 11.